So you don't have school today, bud?
Mm-hmm.
No. Oh, so what are you gonna do today?
Maybe ride with Aunt Hannah.
Still don't want to ride with me?
Maybe when Aunt Hannah's not working.
Well, I'm not even sure if Aunt Hannah's driving today or not. But maybe Grandpa will let you ride in the green cart.
What? I think she said, she was.
She told you that?
Yeah, yesterday.
Okay, well, we'll see what happens, okay?
Okay.
Okay, let's go see what happens. So before we get started, me and Garrett came up here to check this field out just to make sure it might be ready to go. I don't know if we'll go to this one next, but just to kind of see the status of it. Over the last 2 days, it got warm enough that it really progressed these beans quite a bit. Kind of looking up a hill here. Problem is, we're still gonna have some green spots. Those light clay spots on hillsides will tend to stay green longer, if you can see those little green dots out there. But for overall, I think this field would go. It's just where we end up going next. We'll see. But at least we can throw this into the options list. Builds on what they've been doing. So far, we haven't been doing as good as what we... Well, here, let me explain it. So at the beginning of this season, if you would have told me what we were getting after all the stuff they've been through, I would have been excited. But then they started looking really good near the end of the season, and so you get kind of excited, like maybe they'll do good as well. But then they started, once we started harvesting them, they were kind of ending up in that mid 60s to low 70s range, which isn't bad at all. That's actually pretty good considering what they've all been through. They've been replanted. Some of these have been replanted almost 3 times. It's acceptable. It's just kind of, when you come from a year where you're like 80s and 90s last year, you just see that difference. So I don't know.
Is that Grandpa?
No, that's... Turn my road. No beans were harmed in the making of this because, well, these are dry land and they probably didn't raise anything right here. Right?
No. No!
I gotta swing this up. Wait here, bud.
What's the news good? We guys found out that Rare Connection partner with
Here's including the city manager and the mayor.
I plugged up my my return elevator. Watch out, buddy. I think it got cleaned out. What happened was, as I was going up this hill, sometimes that'll cause that return elevator to collect more off the bottom sieve and just run too much crap up through it, basically. All right, we're good, buddy. We can get going.
I think Anthony's been checked out.
You think so?
Mm-hmm. I saw 3 trucks.
So I'm gonna run that sieve clearance a little wider so there's not so much stuff returning. I'll explain it here in a sec. So at the back of the combine, you got 2 tiers. You got the chaffer and then the bottom sieve. And after it kind of gleans it from the top one, it falls down onto that bottom sieve, and it's got grates in there. What it does is, once you have it closed down so tight, it'll send that stuff and return it to get it re-threshed. So if you have some grain that's not getting threshed correctly, it'll send it back up through the whole system, and then redoes it. Well, I had the bottom sieve too tight. When I went up that hill, sent too much back behind there, and then we had to plug up. So if you can see over here, this is my return elevator, how much it's returning. There's a little sensor in there that kind of shows your flow. That probably pegged out and I wasn't paying attention, and then the slip clutch started going off, so it happens. What's Uncle Tom doing?
Combining.
Yeah. He's cutting out the little draws. Sometimes it helps to kind of contour it a little bit when we harvest it. That way we don't have to rely on the heads to flex all the time through there, so that's what he's up to. So then I can bump my head up and not worry about damaging it a little bit. I didn't think that kid would ever leave. His dad can paddle his hiney a little more.
supper, so before you turn the PTO on, I'll give them to you.
Sounds good to me. Well, supper, that is. It's been cloudy. all day, which is fine. It's just kind of makes you a little tired or something. About ready to wrap up this field.
Dang, I forgot about Daryl. Just kidding.
We got a field about a quarter mile away that we'll try out. Maybe. If not, we'll have to go to another field, but we'll see how it goes. We got moved to another field, but there's like a really green spot right on the south end of the field that, I mean, it was pretty much chopping silage, just really green. Switch you guys over to Super View here. It was wet. So yeah, it was too wet, but we kind of knew it might be. But I'm hoping we get that rain tonight. We'll see how it goes. I mean, yeah, desperately needs some moisture. So that would always be welcome. I head them home tonight, park them in the shop. That way, if it does rain, don't get those beans all gummy in there. And then if it does rain, it'd be a good time to do my 50-hour service on this machine and do it inside. Did you get to ride with Auntie Anna yesterday?
Yes.
Yes? Oh, was that exciting?
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you go to the elevator?
Yeah, and played this farming game.
What, on our phone?
Yep.
Typical. Oh well. Well, you had a good day off of school then, huh? Well, we got a little rain this morning. We got about 30 hundredths, so we're 3/10 for the Iowans and Illinoisans and
You don't know the Indian.
Illinoisans.
See ya later.
I went through and I greased all the 50-hour setting, or greased the 50-hour greasers, which you can kind of see along here. They give you a diagram, which is one behind the tire, back wheels, other side, etc. One of the things, hold on, the wife's calling. Yellow. Anyway, you got these green loss pads in here. I don't know if you'll be able to see it very well. Kind of got plugged up with some of that crappy beans. See, it kind of got gummed up a little bit. And so it wasn't quite reading right. Reading right. So I'm gonna scrape that off and kind of clean that off here a little bit. Yeah, this is your rotor, the back of the rotor where it goes into the discharge beater thingamajig. Contact cleaner won't work on it. Kind of get it soaking up a little bit. Okay, so while I was taking that sensor off, my brother climbed up our leg. We want to dump it into our okay. Sorry, getting ahead of myself. So in the event that we do some wet corn, we got a diverter up top of our leg here, and it got some grime in it to swing back and forth. So my brother's up there working it free, and so I got to come over here to kind of help him out here a little bit, just to work it at the bottom, just to see if it's freed up so it can dump into our dryer. Which one is it? Ready? Is it? Okay, that's open. What? Try the one from the bend to the unload. The other cable, make sure it works. On this side? Yeah. Okay, so you good then? Okay, I can't hear when a car goes by. What? Well, don't drop it on me.
That's kind of close to the pipe.
Yeah, it was. Trying to count to see how long, if you jump, how long it takes to hit the ground. Kind of got a project going over here.
I'll just carry this one down.
Okay, well, I'm gonna go back to my combine then. So that's what these sensors pads looks like. There's 2 of them on that side.
I think this auger's in better shape than mine's already starting to feel sharp. Look how much, I mean, this is way more robust. So they got a hard surface. I don't know why I took it out.
So when you're doing that, you kind of want to be gentle when you're scraping it. These are tap sensors. I think it's kind of what they're called. You should just plug them in. And hopefully I have my harvest track sensors back. The ones back here still work, that come out of the sieve and chaffer. Those still work. It's just that one shut down, oddly enough. Hopefully it's back to normal. No, I think I'm gonna wrap this one up here, folks. So we'll keep it going. So see you in the next one.